Hello guys, welcome to a new Get Rekt news video, and today we're going to talk about two topics. We're going to talk a bit about the reviews for Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise. It's a new Final Fantasy game that I am not really the biggest fan of, because I'm not really the biggest Souls-like fan, but the reviews are in and I thought let's take a look at them. And we are also going to talk about new final previews for Ghostwire Tokyo. Some outlets have played the game and have a general impressions that I want to go over. So let's take a deep dive. So Stranger of Paradise reviews are out and they look pretty okay. They don't really blow anyone away with the reviews that I am seeing here. On Open Critic, I see here a 76 top critic average score, which isn't really that high, but it isn't also really that low. And then you see the critics recommended score, which is 67%. Some of the highest reviews are 8 out of 10s. IGN has a 8 out of 10, and some of the lowest ones are 6 out of 10s and 7 out of 10s, which is pretty okay. The most of the common issues that I am seeing from reviewers here with Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise is the story. It's a little bit campy, B-tier from what I am seeing here. But what gets praised is the gameplay in the game. Also the fact that it has difficulty options. Souls games normally don't tend to have any difficulty options. The game is not as difficult as a Dark Souls or a Elden Ring, shall I say. It has a really good job system apparently. This game is by the same developers that did Nioh 1 and Nioh 2 from Koei Tecmo, I believe. So that same DNA, you can find that here back in Stranger of Paradise. So if you like Nioh, if you like Souls games in general, you might enjoy this. I think you should maybe buy this on a sale, not really at $60. Seeing the reception from the game towards the critics, I say wait for a sale maybe for this game. I haven't played it myself. There is a demo though available for the game, so if you want to try it out, before it's coming out and that you're going to buy it, you can do that. If you like the gameplay in the game, you can play the demo, try it out. Yeah, but 76 is a pretty average score. Metacritic is the same story though, 73, even lower on PlayStation 5. We don't really see bugs. Most of it is the performance of the story and the characters that have negativity around them. There is a co-op in the game, but there are some server issues and people are getting kicked apparently out of it. That's a bummer. Final Fantasy Origins Stranger of Paradise. Check it out. Maybe play the demo if you're interested in it. I'm actually a really big Final Fantasy fan, but I'm just not into the Souls games, Souls style of gameplay, so I am personally going to skip this one probably. We have a lot of new previews for Ghostwire Tokyo, even like the final previews, because the game is releasing basically next week. From when I am recording, it's the 25th of March that it's going to release. So Ghostwire Tokyo is this really unique game from Tango Gameworks. It's from the same guys that did Evil Within. I really personally like Evil Within, especially 2. 1 is a little bit less, but I never really finished that one, so my opinion of 1 isn't really that great. But I have finished 2 and it's a really good horror game, so I do have some good expectations from this one as well. From the gameplay that I have seen that has been released, it looks really interesting. But what do the previews say? So basically, most of the previews go over the really unique vibes they are getting from the game. a lot of comparisons to BioShock, which I can get. BioShock is also this mysterious first-person game with powers, and you also have this in Ghostwire Tokyo, where you have these like Naruto-esque hand sign powers. I will be buying this game myself to review it because it really looks interesting. I will watch the reviews though for this game when it's coming out. But the previews so far that I've seen are really positive, especially on environment. Is really looking interesting. The enemy design, the powers are really good. The world space and the quests are apparently also really interesting. There's actually a free, not a demo of the game, but a prologue that you can play. It's a visual novel, so don't expect anything from it. It's 40 minutes long, I think, from what I've seen. I haven't played it myself, but I've heard that it exists. You can play it for free, download it on PlayStation 5 if you have a PlayStation 5. I will probably be doing that myself. The previews are looking really good. The only negatives that I'm seeing are that reviewers are a little bit afraid of the enemy design. Well, not the design, but more the enemy combat. A lot of AI are a little bit unresponsive. That could be because it's an early build. We will have to see how unresponsive the AI is in the final build. They are responsive, but basically they aren't really aggressive in their attacks. And you can see that in the gameplay. The AI is a little bit on the downside, but I think that also has to do with the combat style, because you are charging these powers. And I think that takes time to cast, and you have to find a really good balance for it. Well, so that is all I wanted to talk about. Stranger of Paradise reviews are looking pretty mediocre. The game was already really memed when it first was revealed. Chaos, if you know the meme. And yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo is looking really interesting. It's getting a lot of positive previews from the journalists. I cannot wait to play this myself. So, are you guys interested in any of these two games? Ghostwire Tokyo or Stranger of Paradise? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!